What's up, everybody? Got a new 1.3 build here. It's similar to my old build, 4-piece sentries, 2-piece tacticians. It's just a lot better tuned. And I want to show you another version of the build that's a 5-piece sentries with reckless chests that I'm actually really liking. Both of these are really great. First, I'll show you my guns. I'm using a 229 sausage here. It is this one. I found this yesterday. It's got destructive, swift, and brutal on it. Really nice. I rolled the brutal onto it. This thing hits like a truck. 229s require 2,260 firearms to unlock deadly, destructive, things like that. Fortunately, brutal is free. Otherwise, it would require a ton of firearms. It wouldn't work for this build. I've got two different M1As for PvE. I'm still using this 204. It's accurate, cool-headed, and skilled. For PvP, I'll use deadly, balanced, and brutal for the extra damage. And that's pretty much it for the guns. I've got your standard mods on them. Crit chance headshot damage for the scope, crit chance weapon damage for the magazine, stability crit chance for the muzzle, and accuracy stability for the grip. Now, normally I would have accuracy on the muzzle, but since this gun has accurate, don't really need it. And as far as my sausage goes, we've got magazine size crit chance, headshot crit chance, and stability accuracy. Gear-wise, my stats are pretty nice. My DPS seems a little bit low, 151k, 433k toughness, and almost 45,000 skill power. But my skills are buffed up very strong. So let's just take a look at the two skills that I run. I run a pulse that's maxed out. So I've got 40 crit chance, 100 crit damage pulse. And then I run smart cover. And it's almost maxed out. Damage resistance on smart cover caps at 75%. I'm at 73.2. And damage increase goes to 50%. And I'm at the cap. So this build adds a ton of damage. As you can see here, let's just shoot my sausage a couple times. We're critting for 44k. Now, if we smart cover up, we are now critting for 67k. And then if we pulse, we're critting for 114. That's pretty good. The sniper rifle is also really good for that. Now, the stats on my gear, could still use some improvement, but I've got this tack chest. It's a stamina version. Unfortunately, low stamina for a 268. Pretty decent armor. And preferably skill attribute would be smart cover increase. Smart cover damage resilience increase. The smart cover damage increase is really easy to cap out, but the damage resilience is not. So this is what I run. And mask, we're running a 268 Sentry's mask. It's also kind of bad as far as stamina main stat, missing almost 100 main stat there. So it could get a lot of improvement on this. It's also got really low armor for a 268, unfortunately, but shouldn't be too hard. Just going to grind some more Falcon Losts and hopefully get a better mask. Of course, it's got skill power on it, and the other stats aren't as important for me. Knee pads. These knee pads are unbelievably godly knee pads. I don't think I'll ever find a better pair of knee pads. These rolled originally firearms main stat, but I re-rolled them to stamina. It took me a while to decide to re-roll them to stamina. I spent a few days grinding more gear and decided I'm going to go to stamina. And I can always go back. They were the problem was they were max rolled firearms, and I didn't want to ruin that, but it's really easy to get good stats. Now I can change them between firearms, stamina, or electronics. Got a high stam roll on my first try, so that didn't work out. What makes these so great is they rolled max crit damage, 21%, and 3.5 smart cover damage resilience. You can get this skill on your chest, like I said, your knee pads, and your backpack. And if you get it on all three, you are going to be very happy as a smart cover buffer. Next is my backpack. Bin Blazin actually gave me this backpack. It unfortunately has fairly low skill power for a 268. It's missing about 1,000 there. And kind of low electronics. It's missing like 75 or so, something like that. But it's got decent armor, And most importantly, it has pulse critical hit damage and smart cover damage resilience on it. Both of which I need to cap out my skills, especially if I drop a little bit of skill power for the next build I'm going to show you at the end of this one. The other build that I have is way higher damage for me, with sacrificing a little bit of damage for the team and a little bit of damage reduction. The biggest drawback is I'm losing this backpack with the build, which loses the 3% smart cover damage resilience. Next on the list here is my Sentry's Call gloves. Crit damage, crit chance, damage to elites, and pulse critical hit damage with very high firearms. Also very high armor. So this is really nice. Currently, I don't have a single armor mod. I'll go through and show my mods after I show the gear here. And Sentry's Call holster. This is a pretty decent holster. Could be better. The armor's fairly low for a 268, but it's got good main stats, and it has pulse critical hit damage, which is also really important. As far as mod slots go, I am pretty much at cap. I think I'm missing like 9 armor, which I can get with a better piece. I'm not gonna wear an armor slot mod for 9 armor. Yeah, I need 9 armor. It's close enough for me. But I don't have a single armor mod in my gear. So chest is electronic skill power, firearms skill power. I needed 1 firearms mod, I believe, to bring me over the cap for firearms. Maybe 2. We'll find out here. Mask is wearing a firearms skill power, so I did need 2 firearms mods. Knee pads, I've got stam skill power, and backpack, I have stam skill power. This puts my stamina up to, or my health up to 109,000, which is pretty damn good for this amount of damage reduction and damage increase with my skill power. It's really, really good. Even with no heal, I don't usually run with a heal. Even in PvP, I don't think I'll be running with a heal anymore. Just running my smart cover and having my teammates heal me if it's an emergency. I can use med kits if I need it, and I just stay in cover for the most part. Really awesome. As you can see, my damage, it's not super high, but 151. When I smart cover up, it buffs it pretty good. I have 226,000 DPS now, so that's pretty cool. And that's actually really cool. I like that. That's not bad at all when I'm in smart cover. And it absorbs bullets. I think I tested in the dark zone with Bin Blazin'. He was critting me for 11,000 to the head when I wasn't in smart cover with his bugged out G36. When I was in smart cover, I believe he was critting me for 770 damage, something like that. It was crazy. So it took him multiple magazines to kill me, standing point blank in the head. And that's pretty awesome. Now, the other iteration to this build that I have... Oh, let me show the talents real quick. Talents. Here we go. I don't run triage because I don't have a heal. I do run critical save. Really important to have critical save using a med kit or any type of healing during low health. And low health means 1 bar left. Increases your damage resistance by 40% for 10 seconds. And smart cover, if you're using recharger with the healing, will automatically proc this if you're in it. So it's really awesome. I also use tech support, killing a hostile when any skill is deployed to extend any active skill's duration by 10%. It's pretty awesome as well. One is none is another talent that I use. One is none is the 50% chance of not consuming a bullet. With the shotgun, it's really, really important to have this. Same with the sniper rifle. They're both amazing. With the shotgun, you pretty much don't consume bullets at all because each pellet has that chance. And currently, I change either between steady hands, which I don't really need, actually, because I stay in my cover for the most part and don't move. But steady hands is nice for when you get ambushed and you're kind of on the move. Or wait, no, that's on the move. So steady hands is entering cover reduces recoil by 25% for 10 seconds. It's really nice. I do like this. However, a lot of times I forget to pop out a cover after 10 seconds and rebuff it. But this adds some major stability to your sniper rifle. So the first 10 seconds, say you are about to attack, you hop into cover with your smart cover, pulse, and do maybe a damage tack, and you have steady hands. It's really easy to just land a bunch of headshots. The other options here I'd say are on the move, which is real nice, especially if you get ambushed. Another good one is triage if you're healing. Or, I don't know. There's not that many other good ones. You could use combat medic, even though it got nerfed. It does no longer break your smart cover, but it doesn't heal you very much. It really just heals your teammates. It doesn't give you any more of a benefit to healing. Don't think I'd really run anything else. There's the pulse thing, but it doesn't stack. You could always run adrenaline, but I don't run that. That's it for my talents. The other iteration of this build is so much more damage, and this is what I'm currently actually running. I found this reckless chest with 685 electronics. It's not the greatest, but it's pretty nice. Let's pull these mods out of this chest here. I think this build would be a little bit harder to do. That's why I show the 4-piece, 2-piece. That's a really solid. The 4-piece, 2-piece tack is really solid for your. Oh, I just did that. Really solid for a support build, and this one here I'd say is even better as a support build, but it makes you a lot weaker. If you're not in smart cover, you're going to probably die because of having reckless chest, and I don't have quite as good of skills. So let me just show you here. I'm switching up to that reckless chest. I'll go over it a little bit more here. And this backpack. So the chest is not that bad. It's decent armor. I kept damage to elites on it, which is really nice. I had the choice of damage to elites or damage reduction from elites. And of course, if I'm going reckless, I want extra damage. So this chest to elites is adding 23% damage because of the damage to elites and the increased damage that it does. However, it does increase the damage you take by 10%. And that's not like the difference of 65% and 75% mitigation. It's actually about the same as a 72.5% mitigation. But this chest is pretty nice, using the same mods. My toughness is a little bit lower, 418k. However, I have the same life. The reason I'm missing that 20k toughness is because my armor is not capped right now. I'm missing 70 armor, exactly 70 armor here, 74.2. I could use a mod to increase my armor. I would be basically wasting half of that armor on the mod, or I just play with a little bit less mitigation until I get a better piece of gear. My backpack is all it's going to take. I'm using a 240 backpack with this build. I've got a nice Sentry's backpack with skill power and pulse critical hit damage. This is what I changed on here. I'm going to be grinding today Falcon Lost to try to get a 268 backpack with skill power. And as you can see, my damage is now 186,000, 187,000. With my sniper rifle, it hits so much harder because headshot damage from sentries is multiplied. And the 5-piece bonus of sentries adds you a bunch more headshot damage and damage to elites. So not only am I gaining huge amounts of damage to headshots, I'm also gaining extra damage to elites. So now, if you look at this, with my shotgun, I'm running, what do we got here? We've got, for added modifiers, enemy armor damage, 19%, and damage to elites, 40%. So that means I'm doing almost 60% extra damage to elites, because all elites have armor, compared to what I'm going to be doing to these targets in the base of operations here, because these are not considered elites. I do have on my shotgun destructive, which is really nice. That's why I'm getting that extra armor destruction, 19% there. And then I've got the damage to elites on some of my gear. So when I buff up here, look at this damage. It is just insane. Let's stack my sentries. Oh, my skill is being weird. Alright, there we go. With just smart cover, I'm now critting for 85,000. And with a pulse, I'm critting for 145,000. That is insane per pellet headshots. 145,000. You're shooting 8 pellets out there. Not only is it insane damage right there, imagine this on an elite. 60% more damage there. It's just absolutely nuts. Sniper rifle, here we go. This doesn't even have brutal on it. My normal headshot damage is 475,000. Let's check it out with smart cover here. We go to 750,000, and let's do a pulse. 1.2 million, or almost 1.2 million, 1.19. That's insane. To elites, I'm hitting for almost 2 million with this gun. If I switch to my other brutal sniper rifle, it'd be over 2 million. I'm absolutely loving this build. It's insane amounts of damage. I just love it. Let's see with my pistol. My pistol's crazy. Pistol is hitting for 278,000. I'm almost hitting for 300,000 with my pistol in my smart cover with my pulse. The downside of this build is I did lose some. My pulse is almost capped. I'm missing 1 crit chance. I could get that pretty easily with a little bit more skill power, a little bit more electronics somewhere. So once I get my electronics pieces a tiny bit better, I think I'm missing almost 200 electronics. Maybe 150 between my one piece and my holster. And the crit damage is capped out. Smart cover is where it's kind of falling short a bit. My damage buff is only 46.8, so almost 47, so I'm about 3.2% under cap, which kind of sucks. So that means my teammates are all dealing 3.2% less damage, which is not that bad because I am making up for way more damage by doing such crazy amounts of headshot damage with my sentries and doing the extra damage to elites with these sentries as well, and the extra damage from reckless. But the major drawback here is my damage resistance now is at basically 66%. It used to be at 73%. So I lost 6% damage resistance here. No, it used to be at 74. So I lost 7% damage resistance, even a little bit more than 7, which kind of sucks. The way to fix that for me would be to get damage resistant smart cover on my chest and my backpack. That would give me 7. So if I could get it on my backpack and my chest, I would be solid. I would be really, really solid. Another thing on gloves, you can get smart cover damage increase. Let's see if I switch my gloves, if I'm still capped on pulse crit damage. If I am, that'd be awesome. But I don't think I will be. Oh, I am. Okay, so yeah, that's what I want to go for. Smart cover damage increase. Oh wait, crap. These gloves have pulse critical hit damage on them. So that didn't work. Holster. We've got pulse critical hit damage on that holster. Oh, we don't have any that are similar. Okay, this doesn't have pulse critical hit damage. But it'll be missing some skill power. I wonder if I'm at cap like this. This isn't a very accurate demonstration. 93.7. So yeah, I do need that pulse critical hit damage on there. Even though I dropped that skill power on that, I don't think that's making up for it. So yeah, I don't know exactly how. Maybe mask can get smart cover damage increase. I'm not sure, but it'd be sweet if I could get 1 piece of smart cover damage increase and then 2 pieces of smart cover damage resilience. And this build right here would be super solid. I'm really happy with it. 208k with my sidearm, 186 with my shotgun, 150 with my sniper rifle, and when I'm in smart cover, that all changes up to 263. 204 and 293. That is pretty crazy. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this build. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't. And yeah, I'll keep updating YouTube with new builds as I progress or change my build drastically or find new guns. But that should be it. I think I covered everything. Enjoy, guys. Hopefully you have good luck and can get a similar build going.